Hey everybody, it's Hussein Kabani and
Zalunardo from the West End.
And I'm from the East End, and this is
East Meets West
There we go.
podcast.
All right.
And matching shirts today with the same idea.
everything. We've got like everything. The only thing we're wearing different is our watch brand, essentially.
Is it?
Today.
Oh, tag, yeah, and we're in the Breitling. Okay, cool. Awesome, buddy. So what are we talking about today? What's the...
I think we'll kind of do a little bit of an update of where we are at in our business.
Yeah.
Social media for businesses kind of getting big. You and I are playing a big role moving our businesses forward, or at least doing
investing
something
a ton of money into it for sure. Yeah.
So maybe we'll touch on that a little bit, and we'll see where we go from there.
Sounds good, buddy.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Just so how was so this is our first podcast back? Is this the... No, we did.
No,
one
we
at
did
your
one.
house.
Yeah, we
it's
did
coming
one
out
at my
this week,
place.
actually. Yeah. So how's it going now?
So far, everything's good. So I don't know if I touched on it, but last kind of week of December was slow, and then January picked up a bit. The first week was kind of slow, and now it's like really starting to pick up. Now we're starting to get the phone calls from people.
Yeah.
I'm looking to make a move. March, April, whatever it is, right?
Absolutely.
So from that part is good. We had a listing that we got sold firm. I was mentioning that it was conditional, but we're getting full price, so that firmed up. So we got full price after like 28 days.
That's amazing.
Because it was priced right.
Yeah.
And then we're working on 2 listings, prepping them right now that we're coming that are coming up in the next like 2 weeks or so.
Nice.
Just need a little prep work.
Yeah.
And then our trek to Angus a little bit, right? Just
absolutely. Yeah.
Because that's way too far for me, man. Hour and a half, and I just feel bad, right? I wouldn't be able to service the client as best as you would.
Yeah. No, it was good, and that's a great collaboration too. So it's good. It's interesting going on a listening point with you, right? So it was pretty good. Yeah, it was good. Definitely
a different style, really, right?
It was good, but it works perfect, and it's good. It's very, but it's different, but it's similar.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Well, we're getting to the same point, right?
Same thing. Yeah. That's how we talk. Same thing. Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah. So myself going into the year, pretty decent. Like same idea. I picked up one listing when I first got back. With this listing now that I'm collaborating with you, that's now we're under staging and all the other stuff. So it'll go live by Friday. I got a deal that I've been working on. A listing for a year. Imagine.
Wow, 1 year listing. Wow.
Listing expires, right? And then aging, we start showing it over the holidays, even without the listing. I still have my sign. It's 8 feet by 4 feet.
Come on.
There. Yeah, right. So who's gonna go? It's up in Dundalk, right?
Oh my gosh.
So I'm not gonna take it down. So anyway, So we get the agent that showed previously brought an offer in. We're right now it's done. We've agreed on price.
Really?
I just said have my I did it last night actually. My client's solicitor to have a look at the offer, make sure it's kosher, and then it's done.
That's amazing.
Yeah, hopefully. So that's good. And that's pretty much it. And so I've got a lot of calls too, people thinking of selling, but they're a little bit asleep right now. I think we're just trying to wake them up, saying Feb, March, April's right around the corner.
You don't want to be too late getting into it. Yeah.
If you got to get a painter in, if you got to clean this up, let's talk now. We'll get a staging consult now, even without a listing agreement signed. I don't care. A lot of these are good clients of mine. Let me send my stager consult in. We'll go in. We can pick colors now. Then you have 30 to 60 days to kind of plan.
Get ready
for the list date. So we'll see.
You know what? I think that's a really good point actually. So the thing is that I even get contacted from people in previous years in March, April, and then they want to be on the market right away. But then I don't think that they actually realize you can do it.
Yes.
I can take my camera and I can take pictures of your house. But number one, I won't put that behind my name. Number two, you want to do a decent job.
Absolutely.
So I think people underestimate the timeline of what it's actually going to take to present the house correctly.
Absolutely.
And so I agree with you. My good clients and everything else that, I also send my stager in and do the consult. I don't have a listing agreement signed at this point, but I want to make sure they understand what it's going to take to get this house ready. So I think that's very important.
Because you're a lot of these people are raising families. You got both spouses are working.
Yeah.
If to do painting and to do this, if they don't do this on a regular basis, it becomes overwhelming.
Yeah.
If they got to pack, if you got to
Well, if they got to do everything in 1 weekend, you know what I mean? You call me in on Wednesday and I tell you, okay, Monday you want a list, I'll do it. But
they call me, and when they do that, they're exhausted for the next 2 weeks through the whole process. So if they have 30 days to knock it off, and then we can build a plan for them, send the stager in for a consult, and then build a plan. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, what needs to be done with the house. And then we can provide the trades too.
Yep,
all the painters and all the touch-up guys, right?
Yeah, look at these 2 listings I have coming up. The same thing we've done. So one is a really good client of mine that bought and sold with me in the past. So I've been working with them for I want to say maybe even towards the end of the year, but really at the beginning of the year. Send the stager in. We agreed on what we're going to do with the property, and now we're just kind of in the process of their decluttering, moving some of the furniture out of the way that we don't want necessarily in some of the rooms. I mean, people will use their home differently than when we actually go to present it, right?
Absolutely.
So like we're just kind of create that nice presentation. So, you know, they're not going to be overwhelmed. We have like one of the listings that's going to hit like on the 28th and one that's going to hit on the 29th of January. So I mean, like, you know, we still got another 2 weeks to go. So they're not feeling overwhelmed about it.
Absolutely.
The other advantage of doing that is that, you know, with one of my clients, we're going to do a second check-in like this weekend. Like second check-in, with the stagers. So come with me, we'll go and look at the property again, see where they're at, and then make another suggestion. So by the time we get there to the staging day,
perfect.
Boom, everything is going to be great. Because on my staging day, though, I have a crazy system. So what I'll do is that we'll come in, like they will stage, get everything ready, everything will be touched up, and then pictures and video like right away. And then the next day I want to be on the market.
Like a quick for sure. Makes sense.
Because once we're there, I just want to go.
Pound
what's
it
the
out.
point?
Timing's everything.
What am I going to do? Wait a week and then get my pictures and stuff slowly? No, man, we're already ramped up.
Even with staging now, like that holds me back so much. Like time frame, because even that listing there in Angus that we're collaborating on, the you know, with stagers got to go in. She's quick because I'm putting a lot of pressure on. If you know me, I'm putting pressure on a lot of
everybody. Everybody.
So I'm like, it's got to be done quick. I can't rely on your timeline. This is more importantly is get it on the market as fast as possible. The less inventory on the market. That's my goal. So you got to make it work. I don't know what you got to do. If you got to go in the evening day, or send someone else. You got team members, send them. I'm not. You know, I don't need to have you. Just send someone that's got someone that's as capable as you in there to get it done. So, you know, she was quick. She went in on Tuesday, consult.
That's awesome.
So today, so then she's going to like accessorize and do everything on Thursday.
That's amazing.
And then photos right after. But just imagine, like in the normal days, I would just like literally consult like right away, and then the next day like list it, like just clean it up. Clients clean it up as best as possible.
But see, that's the evolution in the business too, though, right? That's the evolution. Like you're slowing down your process, you're adding more value as you go on, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, I think that's amazing. But even with that property, like we just went and visited them on Saturday. Sunday was it?
Sunday,
you're right. Sunday. So you already had the consult on Tuesday. Thursday staging.
Yes. Consult Tuesday.
And then staging on Thursday. Pictures Friday.
Thursday. List Friday.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Good for you. No, we got to pound it.
Get it up and running.
Awesome.
Cool.
You want to jump into social media? Because my account as year end for hold coal, op coal, every kind of coal possible. We looked at all our expenses, and a lot of it, no doubt, has gone to social media. I've kind of gone a lot off of print ads, like newspaper ads and all that stuff there. It's kind of literally, I've literally cut it right now.
Almost abandoned it.
It's abandoned. It's all like just listed postcards, the regular stuff.
Sure.
But all the extra, expenses were taken from like the print media. We put it into digital media, like social media. And
I think that's the way we gotta keep going forward. I think, I started this kick, like I want to say I started it like 2.5 years ago, like inconsistently. Yeah. Like I think maybe even 3 years ago I started it and was very inconsistent. I would do it for like 2 weeks and then I'd fall off of it.
What would you do? What was your?
You know what? Like I would do it myself.
Like a video or something?
Like not even video. I think I'm only really getting comfortable with video more recently than anything else.
Yeah.
But it would be just like, you have your listing. So like, posting it like it's listed or it's sold or
yes.
Things like that. But I was being very inconsistent with it.
Yeah.
And then so I realized that it's probably not the right thing for me to be doing.
Sure.
Then I tried to get somebody else to help me, but the way I did it is that I kind of structured the plan. I structured the plan of how I wanted to go. And then, I think you and I are the same way. Once we start to kind of get comfortable with that and we know we can take it to the next level, like we're not going to just sit stagnant like that. Like I don't think it's in us to stay stagnant. If we see the opportunity, we're going to move towards it.
Absolutely.
So then I had somebody helping me with it. We came in with a good schedule. It was mostly on time. Everything was working well.
Yeah.
But it looked a little cheesy to me. And then now we're just trying to look to step it up to the next level. So we've been doing that for like the last year or so.
Absolutely.
And the results have been pretty good.
Yeah.
But I would say it's something more like building a brand. I don't think you're going to be able to do it right away. I think the key to it is going to be consistency. And like I said, that's where I kind of failed at the very beginning of it. I wasn't being very consistent. So I realized I needed to actually come up with a way that I can be more consistent with it. The one factor was me, right? Like I can't be consistent. Sure. So then it's starting to delegate and then bring in other resources to be able to help with that.
Yeah, same here. I think going back to, everyone's having that 10-year challenge. You see how you look 10 years ago on social media. So I didn't end up doing it. I think I'm going to let the social media guys do it. But anyway, I was scrolling down like Facebook. I started like posting like right away as soon as I got into business, 2010. Everything was listed, everything was sold. But it was so mediocre, like sold 99% list, but it never really evolved until I think about a year ago since we hired on, similar to what you did, right? And it said now we're taking a different level, like videos and everything. I find like it's definitely resourceful, because I was finding, you coach a lot of agents around you, a lot of your information, a lot of your ideas, they literally take it on and then like magnify it, maybe probably doing a better job than I would. And I'm like, I cut all that meat off and literally just stuck to now, broadcasting myself. And I'm getting, so there's some negative ones that come in, like some really like, guys, if you're going to send a negative message, just don't do it. Just go to work or do something like...
Send it. I want to see it.
No, but it doesn't even make sense. Like, who's got time to send negative messages?
I find it funny, though.
No, I know, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, who's got the time of day? Like, come on. If you don't like it,
well, you really got nothing going on at that point, right?
Yeah, it just shows a weak character anyway. So besides that, there's like very positive people, right? I got an email or a message last night on Instagram. I don't know where this agent's from or whatever, but he's like, this long message, like, you've inspired me. I've been searching like Instagram, trying to find realtors I can adapt to. You're humble, you're successful, I want to be just like you. Like, yeah, you can come to the office, go for a coffee. Like, if you want to pick my brain, I'm happy to do that.
Sure.
And I think it's impacting a lot of the people around me and as colleagues naturally. But at the same time, we're doing it for a few reasons. Naturally, for business too. We want to expose our properties for our clients, to get them sold
exposure,
quicker, and naturally for more business, showing people out there that what we do with our processing. And I think we're aggressive, and I'm aggressive, and I know I'm putting a lot of pressure even on the social media group that we have. I know I'm putting a lot of pressure on them, but again, mediocrity is so easy to do. And if there's a post I don't like, I call it out right away. Like, you got to fix this, you got to correct this. And it's not because I'm trying to be an ass. It's just it needs to be done properly, because we're signing off on it.
Well, it's your brand on it. At the end of the day. It's your brand.
And it's just like, it's better not even to send it if it's not going to be like to a certain standard, And
well, see, but that was the whole reason of making the change, right? Otherwise, you would continue doing it yourself. Right?
No, for sure.
You can continue doing it yourself, or
it'd be the same post. My system would just list and
this is it. So similar situation, right? Like, if I wanted to continue being mediocre, or I want to call it even cheesy, like I did, I can continue that way.
The norm.
It'll cost me a lot less.
That's the norm. That's the norm. 99% of the agents are going to be doing it like that, or 95% at least.
I don't know. Like, but the other thing also is that, I talk to other agents and other businesses about it, because the reach is getting bigger and bigger, and people are starting to pay more attention to it because of the consistency. So the thing is that people always want to right away quantify, like, what are you getting out of this? And it's like, I think if your intention is that, I'm going to make this post and I'm going to get 2 phone calls, like, I don't think you can operate that way. Do you know what I mean? No. So how much, what did I get out of it? Well, realistically, I can't quantify it for you, but you know what? You know that you're making that impact out there. And just want to, to that note, like, even this morning, no word of a lie, man, we don't do a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, okay? But we started to play around with LinkedIn, and I've always kind of been on it. I got a really nice message from someone that basically says, I've been following your profile on LinkedIn for a while, and then basically broke down their situation. They have rent a condo here, they own a house over here, and they're looking for advice. They're saying, hey, like, I want to do this, what do you think? So it's amazing. So you know what I mean? Like, it's
trusted source.
But that's been going on for a while, right? Like, my profile on LinkedIn's been active for 10 or 12 years. You know what I mean?
Fair enough,
then every so often, even if it was mediocre posting, it was still going out there and was getting that reach. But it was building up that consistency, and then that longevity, I guess, being there. And then people start like realizing, okay, this guy's not going away.
Wow, so LinkedIn, I don't think I ever used that.
I think I had a stronger platform on LinkedIn to begin with because of my corporate that I
background.
worked. So I was always on LinkedIn, and I think I must have been on LinkedIn since like 10 years now.
Fair enough.
Maybe even 11. So I've been on LinkedIn for a while, and even when I engaged our social media guys with it, I think I must have had like 3,000 contacts on it, right from the beginning. But it actually, so every platform, as we know, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, they're all going to kind of cater to a different person.
Of course,
So the stuff that usually we end up putting on like a Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, they're not usually the same content. Sometimes it is, but it's a little bit geared differently based on what it is, right? And then because certain people are on certain networks, and it just kind of gears towards their personality for the most part.
I wish there was more guidance for this too, because this is all new to us, right?
I think
so. I committed last year when we went to Blue Mountain, 2017, going into 18. It was going to be I think it's over 470 odd posts, and a lot of those are just videos. Not to mention all the Insta stuff that we did, like the stories. So definitely a progression, like night and day. But just some guidance. Like, I need to understand where things need to be placed. Like, there's all a learning curve. Like, so I have these investor videos that are going on now. Like, it's good. I break down a property. We show you what the net return is, and I'm looking at it as a small guy, because if you're looking at net operating income and then your cap rate. Like, people, like an average investor, or someone that like just has a job every day, wants to put some money somewhere, doesn't want to care about that. All he cares about is how much per month is going to come out of his pocket, or how much is going to come in. That's it. Break it down to that point. So I'm breaking it down into layman's terms where everyone can kind of be comfortable with it. But so we posted something on Instagram, like a 60-second clip, but it didn't come off powerful because it wasn't like the full. I wish I would have done an intro video to introduce that, to bring it to another platform. So I don't know, like, that's like a 5-minute video or 9-minute video, sorry. But where do you post that? I get YouTube, but how do we get the Instagram? We have almost 6,800 followers. How do we get that to go look at that? Because that's important. And it's all straight information. Like, I don't see anybody producing like that, because there's no sales gimmick behind it. Like, order my complicated calculator to calculate cap rate or something like that, or buy this property. I didn't even put an address. I just broke down a property. If they're interested in the future, they're looking to get something. Yeah, naturally, I'd like to help them. That's how we run the business. But I mean, ultimately, it's just information based, like knowledge based. So where do you put that? So Instagram's powerful, we know, and you put it on stories, it's too bloody long, naturally 9 minutes. So do you put it in the actual like post, then it offsets the brand the way it looks? Do you put it Instagram TV? Like, that's something to look at. Or just do like a 60-second intro, like the Grant Cardones of the world, and just say, okay, go down to YouTube. But how do you get the migration? Because people are not are a little bit lazy, right? So I get where it's like, okay, people that that really interested will migrate.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't know. We got to do a better job.
But
that's
see,
my hang up, because the material's good.
But see, here's the thing, and I really like that you brought up all of that. So the thing is that, look, you're not
for you, Chris.
But here's the thing. But it's good for all of us, like collectively. Okay, it's good for us, and it's good for the people that we're working with, because now what you're doing is you're forcing people to push the boundaries. So the thing is that, you know what, the worst thing you can do is just like conform and just be okay with what the situation is. When you're thinking like this and you're coming up with these problems, that's good, man. New problems is a good thing, because it's going to push you forward, 100%. Right? So you start with what you had, and then now you're just adding to it and innovating it. Pushing. The problem becomes is when you become complacent or okay with what it is. And I think that's where your growth stops and likely go on a decline. So whatever the problem is, and I don't even know the solution, and we got to apply pressure onto our team.
Teams around us, And I think so. Even like, I don't want people to feel like I'm an ass or anything, but it's collaborative, because I was talking about like that 9-minute video, but I said, but just let me know, tell me, I'll do an intro. I'm fine with it. I'll do a 60-second intro. Hey guys, I'm going to be doing this, and this. I'm going to be taking it to YouTube. Follow this. It's going to be amazing. Do like a whole sales pitch
to move them over to a different platform.
Because you can't just take a clip of that and then it's not good. It's mediocre at best, right?
But look at this. You weren't doing that before.
No.
Right? So the thing is, new problem. But I like new problems.
I know, but
you're just going to get so frustrated. I know, but you're going to get there.
I wish I was like these guys were.
Buddy, in 1 year, you're going to say, how do I do a fucking 1 hour production? I know that. Enough, okay? So right now, you're going to get through this 15-minute clip. I know you're going to figure out a way to get it. And then I'm going to copy it. And then and then you're going to be on to an hour production. And then you're going to say, how do I actually throw this seminar? So, like, it's frustrating as it is, but I know you're going to get through it. And we're working through all these problems, and we're just going to get to the next level.
Why don't we just buy a building? We'll put our social media guys in, Smart Collective.
And just lock them in there?
All of us locked in there, and we can all be collaborative. Imagine how easy that'd be. Like, okay, no, that. It would be so quick to move. That's, I guess, naturally how production is. This is so difficult where, everyone's kind of pieced out. And it's like.
But I think on their side, too, they're starting to do that on their own end as well, right? Like, they're trying to, like, bring their businesses together and other trades.
No, it's good. I'm very happy with the services.
So they can be creative there, right? But for us, if we get caught up with them, then we're not going to be able to pay them.
It's true.
We're not going to have any
It's
but
true.
No, but like the thing is that like I said again, the good thing is that we have these problems, and then we're actually willing to try to solve these problems. Otherwise, where are you going to go from there? And then it's thinking about, like, okay, you even get to one stage in it, right? Like one stage. I think the easiest thing you can do is get the exposure for your clients' properties just by putting just listed, just sold. But then it's like going back and being analytical with what you've done, right?
Yeah,
you can throw it out there, But what the hell does that mean? I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
But what we can do now is that because we looked into it further, is now I can pull up stats and I can say, look at the reach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at what our reach was. Look at what we spent on it. Look at how much viewership we got per dollar or whatever else like that. And we can actually show them where these views and everything came from. So we're taking it further and also adding additional value versus just saying, oh, just listed, just sold. You know what I mean?
No, you gotta do,
and it's like what you said,
sure.
There's two components to it. One thing is definitely to get exposure for your clients' properties and what you're doing in the business in general. But the other thing is to stay top of mind as well with people.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And you're providing them straight, good straight information, no bullshit.
Yeah.
And again, it's not sales pitchy where it's just like, some of these guys, you can tell it's not genuine, it's not authentic, right?
Yeah.
There's people that got into our business that like, you're like, I love this crap.
Yeah.
We're in Blue Mountains, like, I fucking love what I do, you know what I mean? That's fire.
It's drive, right?
It's drive, but you love what you're doing. You love all the work, the collaborative work going on. It's a rush. It keeps you engaged.
But mentally. To another level, like we've taken it to another level. Like I'm not saying like
that's
we're better
personality.
than anybody else.
No, that's personality.
Yeah, but the thing is that like I tell everybody this, and I may have mentioned it in our podcast before too. I think there's two ways to approach real estate, right? One thing is you're a realtor, and you work a job. You're going to be a realtor, or you're going to be a business owner. And we're business owners. So the thing is that we're trying to structure our businesses in order to be more collaborative and more creative and think outside of the box and say, hey, how do we take this whole thing to another level? And our problem, I know, is that once we get to that level, it's just like, okay, next. Like, I want to keep climbing up this
the appetite's
right?
never fulfilled, right?
But the thing is that to a certain point, like you got to get yourself in that situation. Do you know what I mean? First, there's a lot of people that I see that just kind of like want to get to that point like very quickly, but you didn't actually set the foundation of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you got to set the foundation.
1% per day.
Yeah.
That's all it's about.
I love that. I freaking love that.
It just breaks it down so simply.
Dude, I love that. And that other thing you told me when we were at Blue Mountain, like, why are you trying to lift like 25 pounds, man? You can do like 2 reps.
Yeah, it's true.
Just fucking do like 10 pounds or 15 pounds. I'm like
20,
like
30 reps.
Like a girl, man. With like
but you build that muscle.
But dude, it's working. All the way down my arm and everything. I'm like,
feel all this. Like I'm telling you. So I went on this program probably about a year ago. Yeah. And before it was like, I gotta do like 12 reps.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I gotta do 12 reps? I'm gonna do 20.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the weight down.
Yeah.
And then now I'm doing sometimes 30.
That's awesome.
If I feel it, I'm still going. But I think it's when you feel the muscle, you just focused on it, like concentrate. You could feel like the whole thing. And my gym guy, they don't just my gym goes, wow, that's so good. I like what you're doing. I'm like, well, why these guys are pushing 75 pounds on each arm?
Yeah.
Like, that's
but now you're there like twice a day.
Yeah. So 7 times a week was the commitment. So, and that's not including weekends. So it's like five days straight, and then there's.
So you're doing 2 afternoon shifts?
Yeah, exactly. 2 times.
Were you going Monday to Friday?
Monday to Friday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So my gym opens up late, or else I'd be there on the weekends too. It opens at 8. 8
oh, that's too late.
Way too late.
Yeah. Because if I start doing it at 8 o'clock, I'm not going to be.
No, you're not. But it's even family, kids are awake, and then you want to get to the office before 9. It's not gonna work.
You know what? Even today, like, cause I've been on this kick of like actually, like I said, like I want to show people that I'm actually doing it, and anyone else can do it. So I've been like on my personal page, like posting it and showing people that I'm doing it. Yeah. Today I added to my stories, basically just showed my ghetto gym and I called it ghetto. Like these are pieces, I have not been consistent with my exercise at all, right? I get on a binge and I stop, I get on it, I stop. So, but I've had equipment that I've collected for like 15 years and it looks so nice freaking ghetto, dude. There are these plastic weights that are just like cracking all over the place. I'm sure they're not weighing exactly 10 pounds at this point. Awesome. Do you know what I mean? But I like showed everybody, like, you know what I mean? If whoever wants to see it, like, this is what I'm doing and I'm working within my circumstance.
There's no point of having the Bowflex and $5,000 individual machines and the thing just looks good.
You know what?
But at least you're using the bloody thing.
But the thing is that I talk to, well, you know what? When I get this, I'm going to do this. When I get to here, I'm going to do this. I need this atmosphere to be perfect or whatever. You know, and other people, and maybe people operate this way, and that's fine, but I wouldn't set it up as an obstacle. Well, I want to go to the gym and the atmosphere, this and that. Yeah. That's all in your head, dude. Like people are like, how can you do that in your basement? Like it's so dark and I don't give a shit, man. My eyes are mostly closed when I'm doing my workout anyways, and my mind is not there. Like I'm visualizing where we're going, you know what I mean? So I'm pumping weights. Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, like, where the hell am I going? I'm not looking at my basement.
So people get confused with that. I'll tell you, you know how I first started working out? Yeah. So you know, my coaching programs in the past, there was, you know, the 5 equities of life. So 2010, I started exercising.
Yeah.
I lived in a 1,350 square foot bungalow, no gym equipment, nothing. You know what I started doing? Literally, because I'm like, I got to change my life here.
Yeah.
Similar to what you're doing now. I'd run up and down the stairs for like 20
awesome.
minutes.
That's
I had
awesome.
nothing. And then, because I couldn't afford, maybe I could afford, but I just...
It wasn't the right spend.
But $50 a month was like, I'm supporting, I don't know, where the next... I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, imagine where your mind was at that point, in 2010, right? And then, so what I did is then I bought a cycling bike, because I was a big cycler, like long distance cycling. Then I put it on an actual like stance, and I would do that every morning, 10, 15 minutes. And then when I increased like 1% per day. Then it was like the next year, I'm like, okay, screw it, now I need a gym membership. And I never looked back, right?
But whatever works. My thing is that don't like look for the perfect environment and you know, everything is going to be great. I'm going to walk in, they're going to hand me a towel, and I'm going to just like jump onto this fucking machine that moves.
I'm going to wear
smoothly.
the best clothes, and I'm going to have the best shoes.
I wear the most ripped up garbage shit in the world when I'm in my basement, and I post it happily. I'm like, here it is. Look at me go.
If you see my hair in the mornings like this, so one of the guys says, "Hey man, you don't do your hair to go to the gym." I said, "If I gotta do my hair,
I'm not doing it."
I go, "That's a lack of confidence."
Yeah.
I told him like that. I said, "Then you get a lack of confidence because I'm here just to exercise."
That's it.
My body, but also my mind, because I'm into an audiobook, or we're actually reading on the treadmill, running with reading. Imagine. So it's like this is all about me, not about. You know, who's here and who's not.
Actually, I really like a point you brought up, because I mentioned it to one of my friends. Like, I just told him, I said, you know what, man, about exercising. And I randomly sent him the message too, right? I just said, like, look, man, I'm exercising not just because of my physical health, but my mental health. Like, I don't think people actually realize how much that helps you mentally.
By far. It's the hand in hand. So the more healthy you are mentally and physically, you can conquer anything in life, right? I think that's where it starts. Even mentally, like, so people say, why are you going twice a day now? It's not, okay, so it's not about body fat. I don't care. I don't need to. So one guy at the gym goes, what vacation you going on? You see, you hear a lot. I said, vacation. I go,
I'm not going to do that for vacation.
I don't know. The guy said vacation. So I'm going to Florida maybe in August. Because you're here a lot. Are you going on vacation? No, I said, this is all about me. I said, I care about beach body. I don't give a shit about that.
No.
Take a picture of someone else if you don't want to see my body. I don't give a shit. But I'm burning off steam. So if I'm going in the morning, it's just to get
laser focused, dude.
To get that going, But at the night, sometimes you need it's negative energy you're burning off. So you might go there at night and just like half an hour, dude. This is why I have everything so convenient. Everything's on Highway 27. Work, gym, home. It's just like a process.
But you know what? At the same time, what it does is that you've allocated this time for yourself, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever it may be, to work on yourself. But at the same time, like, you're getting, like, and especially if you do it towards the end of the day, in the evening or something else like that, you're getting everything out of your head. You know what I mean? You're reflecting on certain things. And for me, I'm troubleshooting it through my head. Like, there's a lot of information that we all receive on a daily basis, and it gets kind of stuck in your head to a certain point, right? And that's the time where I'm like kind of sorting through it and saying, okay, what do I actually need to keep, and what do I need to act on? Because if you set yourself straight, like if you're focused on something, like dude, like even me, like I'm so jacked this month, like jacked to the max. Like I'm like in here, like these girls probably think I'm like whacked out of my mind, like absolutely whacked. They walk in here, like I have music, like
I think she
blasting.
agrees.
Yeah, I'm sure they agree. Like Ella's new with us, right? So she's probably like, wow.
Nice to meet you.
What the fuck did I get myself involved with? You know what I mean? Like, I had a good job, and this guy seems like a lunatic.
He's got the casino oxygen pumping in here. That's.
I told her I'm going to get you on this kick too.
Yeah, but I would imagine your health. You're changing your health too, is giving you the extra energy.
Oh, for sure, man. There's no doubt.
So those center console pictures of like McDonald's and fries and like that fucking big drink of Coca-Cola, like that's gonna change, brother.
Slowly, right? Like, hey, 1% a day, right? And what we talked about too, about going gluten-free. So like, I think I'm gonna actually look into it and say, hey, how can I actually do this? I'm gonna start making changes towards it now.
My goal is to make my diet my bitch.
Okay.
That's it. I am.
You sound like Grant Cardone right now.
But that's the reality. I'm Italian. I'm Mediterranean. I'm gonna eat Mediterranean food.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat my salamis. I'm gonna eat my cheese. I'm gonna drink my wine. I'll eat my olives. I'll have my whatever, everything. That's my thing. So carbohydrates, like gluten type products, not in Canada. Our gluten's not good here. Honestly, the wheat product. In Europe, it's different products, so you can eat more often, I would imagine. But so that's why I went gluten free. But I'm gonna make it my bitch. So if I want to have pizza once in a while, it's not like I'm allergic to it. The actual gluten itself. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna eat it because I feel like it. But I'm gonna be disciplined to knock it out 80% of the whole time.
Yeah.
I want to live happy. I don't want to like have this. I see some people that are so, oh, I can't eat this and I can't get.
No.
Just eat it, man. Just it's okay.
You know what? You gotta live life. You gotta live life, but everything.
You're gonna have those selfies, the Instagram selfies, and you're gonna suck in your gut. Who cares, man? Enjoy life.
No.
When I'm at the beach drinking a beer or something, and you're like taking selfie pictures.
But some,
and
like,
having like an empty vacation.
But
I'm having a good time.
Yeah, man. But like even like what you said about drinking beer, I haven't drank a beer in such a long time.
Beer, yeah.
But like I think it was 2 nights ago, I went out with my brother and my sister. We ordered a pitcher, so everyone had like one glass of beer or whatever. But I was just like, you know what? I felt
bloated.
I felt bloated, but I didn't feel good about it.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't feel good about
it was good when it was going down.
Yeah, but
it was
afterwards, like I didn't feel good about it. Like I went home, I drank like 3 glasses of water. I'm just like, I want this out of me, like as fast as possible. Like I don't like this.
That throws your whole diet off.
Yeah.
Try. So I used to have. If you ever see my beer fridge at home, it was like massively like different. All European beer in a sense, right?
Yeah.
And but try I just bought this new beer called Castello. It's been around, but you can't find it anymore. It's only like in Italian neighborhoods and the LCBO. They kind of dictate to us. So it's called Castello from Friuli. So Friuli is north of where I'm from, Treviso. But it's like this is like between Austria and Germany, like that style. But everything's so good there.
Yeah,
try that.
I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah. And what I do is I always split a beer. If someone comes over for company, if we want to have
half a beer.
Half a beer, yeah. And if you want another one, we'll split it. I'll open them all night. I don't care. But it's just like, why would you want to,
like
there should be 200 ml, man.
No, man. Like I have some friends that will drink like 12 beers, and like
Labatt Blue.
No,
I'm just saying.
I don't know. Does anyone drink Labatt? Like I guess Blue.
Man.
Yeah,
Coors Light.
Yeah, Coors Light. That's good shit.
Yeah,
it's
light,
I don't mind that. There's that other one. What is that? Rickard's White.
Rickard's right. Yeah.
White though.
White.
Yeah, Rickard's. Like you can get the red everywhere,
like
but the white
orange,
you can't. Yeah. There's another one. I forgot what it's called. It's something very close to it. That's what we had a few nights ago. But yeah, like
it's bloated. You get bloated though, no?
Yeah, you get bloated from it. Like it's like so one not too bad, but you start having like 3 or 4 of them, like your stomach is full. And
if you like that flavor, Rickard's White, try the 1884 or something like that. It's a French beer.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's in a blue bottle.
Yeah.
Same type. It's like a citrusy type beer.
That's great. I like how we went from business to social media to exercising to drinking beers.
Enjoying life, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Want to sign off?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Okay. All right, guys. This was East Meets West. I don't know what episode we're on anymore, but
it's the second of the year.
Yeah, there
number
we go.
2.
Number 2 for 2019.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how many do we have planned?
40.
40. And I think we're going to be remote on some of these as well.
Yeah,
right?
we're going to do it. We did your house last week.
Yeah.
I want to do my house now.
Maybe next week. Next week. And then also we're going to be remote. Like if you're going to be away, I'm going to be away.
Absolutely.
We're still going to try to do this.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think it'd be awesome to do like there's a computer program. We'll talk about it after where you can kind of do that.
Sweet.
I'm
looking forward to it.
Cool, guys.
All right, guys.
Have a great day. If you guys want, subscribe, follow, direct message us if you have any questions. Ask questions.
Ask questions. And what do you guys want to hear? Right?
And leave your negative shit behind. Unless
we don't want that.
Unless it's constructive criticism where we can make what we're doing better to give you more value.
Absolutely.
But if it's some random stupidity, keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Cheers.
Ciao.